Hello, welcome back to my channel. Another day, another rebirth. I hope all is well. I hope you're loving yourself, and I hope you're letting yourself be loved. I know I don't have my mic today, so I'm going to try to project my voice because everybody and their mama swear I have the most, gentle, softest, calming voice. So I'm going to try to speak up and say what needs to be said. And what needs to be said is something very controversial. Since I don't have my mic, y'all probably gonna be hearing the planes fly and take off. So bear with me. Like I was saying, this may be very controversial. I don't know why it is. To me, it's common sense, but here we are. So, in a lot of the religions that we were raised up on, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of the religions that we were raised up on, they come with this energy of love thy neighbor no matter what. Pray for thy neighbor no matter what. It is not your job to judge because that is God's job no matter what. I want to say yes, it is God's job to judge. But listen, I'm human. Sometimes you need to judge that book by its cover. And especially by its energy it's giving off. And we know that some covers give off energy. I'm sorry, I'm just honest. I'm just honest. You feel me? But what I'm trying to say is I really dislike this concept of praying for your enemies. It just sounds crazy to me. It sounds so crazy to me because the first step of your spiritual journey should be protection. And what kind of sense does it make that you're going to your altar, pouring out tears, bearing your all, being raw and vulnerable, and praying for your enemies? The ones who have brought you to this state of feeling raw, sad, and vulnerable and needing of help and assistance. That doesn't make sense to me, and I still try to process that to this day. It really gives me, let's sweep it under the rug. Let's forget about it. Let's not shame the abusers, the manipulators. That's what it gives to me. And when I talk like that, people try to paint me as the sapphire, the sapphire, which is an archetype of black woman in film, which is the angry black woman. I never gave a single one. You know what I'm saying? I never gave a single one of those about being the angry black woman, because there's a lot of stuff in the world to be angry about, and anger is not a low vibrational feeling, as I was saying in the last video. So no, I will not go to my altar and I will not kneel before God and pray for my enemies. Now, I'm not saying you have to pray upon your enemies, but you definitely do not have to pray for them. And I say this because that is how cycles continue. Why are you uplifting the people that hurt you in spiritual form? This is why predators and manipulators, like I was saying, get to repeat those cycles over and over and have new victims over and over, because you're uplifting the evil in prayer. And I'm not talking about your enemies that y'all get into it on Twitter. You say your mama this, your mama that, you stupid, you ugly. No, those are not your enemies. Grow up. I'm talking about people that have hurt you, that have put you in a space where you're gaslighting yourself, that have made you question your self-worth, that have harmed you physically, mentally, or spiritually. You should not be going to the altar. You should not be speaking any kind words for these people. That's just my opinion. Now, I know that those people are hurt. Yes, hurt people hurt people. I know those people are hurt, and that those are the reasons why they hurt you. But hey, they got to figure that out on their own. I'm not going to pray for them to figure that out. Because let me tell you what you do. Some of y'all are so much like people pleasers. You want everyone to love you. You want to even be loved by God and your ancestors. You want to put on this, I hope everyone knows I'm a good person act when you're hurting inside. And you're not going to heal until you feel that rage and that anger that is sitting in your body. Stop praying for your enemies. Stop doing that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense in your journey. It's not going to help you heal faster because you're over understanding of the things and situations that hurt you. You can understand all you want. I can understand why my ex cheated on me because of their trauma, but that doesn't mean I have to forgive them and pray for them, right? Some of us can be so understanding to the point where we lose ourselves and we can no longer understand ourselves. And now we're in a fog and a confusion because society has made us feel like we have to be the good guy. I'm telling you, don't be afraid to be a villain. You don't have to be a villain, but for the scapegoats, for the people that have been hurt, you've already been painted like a villain for standing up for yourself. So you might as well be one, because they already see you as that. And I'm not saying go harming people. I'm saying people will see you as a villain for leaving them the F alone. People will see you as a villain for no longer being on their good side. You might as well do that. You might as well do that. Some of us have been, I'm still kind of here because I'm trying to let some family members go, and I've been praying for them, and they've been praying on me and for my downfall, praying for my downfall. Some of us have been so stuck on trying to be the good guy and so understanding, where we're preventing those who hurt us from getting their karma. You see, we're too busy coddling. We're too busy patting them on their back and holding them and calling them like, I'm sorry for blowing up, when it really wasn't blowing up. You were just standing up for yourself. This is that same praying for my enemies type of energy, right? Because it's all rooted in people pleasing. It's all rooted in giving space for abusers and gaslighting yourself. Stop kissing these people's butts. They don't care about you. And no one's gonna judge you for being angry. Not any righteous person, right? There's some people that will say, well, that's not godly of you. Everyone makes mistakes. We all have to make peace one day. And today is not that day, because I'm angry. Rightfully, righteously angry, enraged. Because people have disrespected me. I've given them chances. I've prayed for them. I've poured out every bit of me to where my cup is empty. I no longer have space for my enemies. I no longer have room for family members that are just blood-related strangers. I can't do that. There's no space for that anymore. Now, y'all don't have to listen to me. I'm just another perspective, right? Like I said, I don't like to say, this is the truth. This is my truth. Because I'm the type of girl, not only am I not going to pray for you, I'm going to go to my altars and say, Ogun, chop my enemies by the knees so they no longer have the tools to get in my way. Ancestors, make sure that I know who my enemies are, and let there be no space for them in any room I walk in. God, may the wicked fall into their own nets. That's just the type of girl I am, because I'm kind, but masking as nice as the good girl is not going to get you where you need to be, right? It's not. And I hate to tell you that. It's not going to be your ticket into heaven. Because some of y'all ended back on earth to grow a backbone. Like, you know, we keep coming back on earth to learn our lessons, right? That's my tradition. That's what we believe. You don't get your last life until you finally got it. You finally walked in your purpose. And some of y'all are back here because you can't walk in your purpose because you have no backbone. And you've let people talk you out of who you are. You let people abuse you, misuse you, and you can't make it to where you need to be. Let this be the lifetime that you get it together. Let this be the lifetime where you no longer make space for your enemies in your prayer. I wish you the best. I pray you return to who you're supposed to be. I pray you make it to your destiny swiftly, safely, and without enemies. I mean, you're going to have enemies, but you don't want them at your destiny with you. I love you. Take care. Be safe.